I have never seen the show Ted Lasso and thought it would be a fun idea to guess the plot of the show based solely off of pictures of the show. And thanks to you guys, I can confidently say that I was very far off in a lot of my plot points. However, there were some things that I impressively got correct, if I do say so myself. So I put together a list of 38 plot points that I made in my plot guess, and I will be using information from your guys' comments and trusty AI that never lies to confirm my answers. And if I get a 60% or above, then I will consider this a passing plot. If you haven't seen the original video of the plot guess, I will link it in this video, and consider subscribing if you would like to see more. Let's get started, shall we? Number 1, the main character is Ted Lasso. How did I see that one coming? Correct. Number 2, Ted is a soccer coach in the UK. It couldn't possibly be the fact that he's holding a soccer ball with UK flags behind him. That would make too much sense. Correct. Number 3, Ted is from the United States of America. I originally did not have this one in my plot guess, but as I was writing the plot, I realized that I needed an easy way to cause tension in Ted's family. So I decided the best way was to just create distance. So that's why I said that his family is still in the USA and that he ended up just moving by himself over to the UK. Apparently that was correct. Also, apparently Ted is from Kansas, which is kind of cool. Represent, Ted. Number 4, Ted has a wife and 1 child. Out of all the pictures that I saw of the show, this was the only logical conclusion that I could come to, and apparently it was correct. Number 5, Ted loses his original job, leading to him to applying to be a soccer coach. Not only did I nail that, I also nailed right on the head that Ted was originally a football coach in the US, and then lost his job, and then applied to be a soccer coach. Now, I do not think that I was correct in saying that he accidentally applied to be a soccer coach, but I will take that win. Correct. Number 6, while Ted was applying for new jobs, he thought he applied for a football position when in fact he applied for a soccer position. I was very shocked to find out that this was actually correct because I thought this joke was like a little too cliche to be put into the actual show. So I just threw this in as like a little hee hee ha ha, but turns out I was right. Number 7, Ted always wanted to be a pro football player. Nobody really confirmed this for me, so I had to reach out to AI to get a little bit more information on this, and even AI said that this was not really confirmed in the show, so I'm gonna say that I got this one incorrect because it's not necessarily not true, but it was never confirmed, so I'm gonna say that I got it wrong. Number 8, Ted had to move to the UK due to his new job offer. I don't know how else you thought I was going to piece together the fact that he was from the USA and worked in the UK. But this is all I had going for me. And of course, it is true. Number 9, Michelle and Henry stay behind. Once again, this is something that I did not originally have in my plot guess, but I needed to create some kind of tension within Ted's relationship, and this is what I had to come up with, so this ended up being correct. Number 10, Ted has never been outside of the US. This is another one that nobody ever really confirmed with me either, and I ended up asking AI, and AI also said that this was something that was not necessarily confirmed in the show, so I'm gonna go with that I got this one incorrect. Number 11, Ted is coaching a professional league. What, you thought I was gonna guess that he flew halfway across the world to go coach at the YMCA? The lights, the uniforms, and the big stadiums, all of it just pieced together, just pretty much gave it away to me. Correct. Number 12, Rebecca owns the team. The pictures just kind of gave me the impression that she was the owner or she had some high-ranking status within the team, so I just said that she owned it. And you guys confirmed that yes, that is true. Number 13, also on the topic of Rebecca, Rebecca acquired the team through a divorce. This one was kind of truly on a whim. She just genuinely looks like a petty divorced woman. Please do not make me explain myself on that one, but you guys also confirmed that that one is true. Number 14, AFC Richmond has never won a championship. Nobody really confirmed this one with me either, but I did ask AI and AI confirmed it for me and did tell me that I was correct. My oh my, do I love hearing that positive reinforcement. Number 15, AFC Richmond is lacking teamwork. Apparently this is the entire premise of the show. The show apparently wants you to leave watching it knowing that teamwork makes the dream work. When I was looking at all the pictures, a lot of them would say stuff like teamwork all over them, so I just naturally thought that this was going to be like the conflict of the team, so that's kind of how I came to the conclusion of that. But you guys did confirm with me, and AI confirmed with me that this is true. Number 16, Ted and AFC Richmond have tension at first. This one, I totally saw coming because if Ted has a football background and is coaching a bunch of soccer players who have made soccer their whole lives to the point that they're professionals, obviously they're gonna see right through him. So naturally, this is what I came to the conclusion of, and turns out it was right. Number 17, Roy Kent is MVP. There is not much that I know about sports. However, there is one thing that I do remember about sports when I was in it, and that is that one person on the team was coined MVP. And I remember this because I was never that person, and my feelings were very hurt. So naturally, in the professional world, I assumed this would also be a thing, so I just chose somebody who showed up in most of the pictures. Turns out, it's correct. Number 18, Roy has a conceited attitude and nobody likes him. Wow, were y'all quick to call me out on that one. Turns out Roy is not at all how I described him, and you guys actually talk very positively of him. But I thought there had to be somebody on the team that was stirring up the pot. But turns out that was another player who you guys described as Jamie. Turns out I didn't even mention Jamie in this, so that one's on me. Incorrect. Number 19, Roy and Keely are dating. You guys did confirm with me that this is correct, but I was thinking like, well, Ted can't be the only one with the love life around here, and we know it's not Rebecca. Correct. Number 20, Keely is an influencer. If you go back to the original video, you can see that I guessed this because Keely was always holding her phone and it looked like she was like really dressed up and into herself. So that's kind of how I came to that conclusion. But turns out AI did confirm with me that this is correct. Number 21, Ted tries to resign. I really thought with the tension going on between Ted and the team and him not feeling really confident enough to handle coaching a sport that he's never coached before, I thought that that would kind of push him away from this, and he probably missed his family and all this, so I just decided to say that yeah, he probably didn't want to be there. And apparently this is correct. Number 22, Ted was hired by Rebecca's ex-husband to ruin the team's reputation. I was so mad that I got this one incorrect because I went out on a whim here to guess that this was part of the plot because I thought it would just be crazy. And turns out I was so close to guessing it correct. I just guessed that the wrong person hired Ted. So it wasn't Rebecca's ex-husband that hired Ted, it was Rebecca that hired Ted to ruin the team's reputation, which is so much more iconic. Number 23, Ted has a hard time answering the media. I thought since this was a professional team that the media was obviously going to play a part in this, and since Ted doesn't necessarily have this background, I thought that it would be a challenge for him. Plus, the only reason I really put this in here was because I wanted kind of a redemption moment for Keely, and this was the best thing that I had going for her because if Keely is an influencer, naturally she is good at appealing to the media. So I thought that she could teach Ted something, and that was what I initially guessed in my own personal plot guess, and turns out apparently this is correct. Number 24, Keely and Roy break up. In my plot guess, I thought that this was something that everybody kind of saw coming and that nobody really felt any heartache for, and turns out that is completely incorrect. Apparently everybody was super sad about this, but the fact that they did break up is actually true according to you guys, so I'm going to say that I got this one correct. Number 25, Roy leaves the team. Incorrect. Nobody ever confirmed this with me, but AI did, and apparently Roy doesn't leave the team, he just promotes up to a coach, I guess. Number 26, Ted emphasizes teamwork to boost morale. There Ted goes again, putting on a pedestal the premise of the entire show. Turns out that is also the only thing that Ted has going for him because he doesn't know much about soccer, so he's like, teamwork makes the dream work. According to AI and you guys, apparently, yes, this is true. Number 27, Coach Beard is hired as an assistant coach. While you guys and AI did confirm with me that yes, this is true, I did find out some fun information during my research of this that apparently Coach Beard and Ted are actually best friends, and they've been friends even before they were hired on as coaches for AFC Richmond. Cool little fun fact, I guess. Kind of fun that the besties are working together. Correct. Number 28, Coach Beard and Ted work well together. They are friends and apparently have no tension. Correct. Number 29, Nate was hired as an assistant coach. I didn't really go into too much detail about Nate because I didn't see him in a lot of the pictures of the show, but I did see him in some of the pictures of the show. But the pictures that I did see, it looked like he was wearing the same uniform as Coach Beard, so I just decided to go with that he was an assistant coach. And apparently, according to AI, this is true, but he wasn't hired on immediately as an assistant coach. I guess he was a kit man for the team, which I didn't really know what that was. But apparently that is, what did AI call it? A person responsible for managing a team's equipment and apparel, ensuring it's available in good condition and meets regulations. Apparently that's what he was doing beforehand, and now he has been promoted to assistant coach. Correct. Number 30, Roy comes back to the team. We have discussed this, and apparently Roy never left the team, so by default, this one is incorrect. Number 31, Keely and Roy get back together. I was very shocked to find out that this one was incorrect, and according to you guys, this does not happen. Apparently everybody wants this to happen, and it just never does. Incorrect. Number 32, Michelle files for divorce. This plot point was the entire reason that I guess that Ted moved from the US to the UK. I needed to create some kind of tension within his relationship to lead up to this happening. And according to you guys, this apparently is true. Another fun little fact is that whenever I do my plot guesses, I do not know the names of any of these characters. So I always just make up names for them. And apparently I named Michelle Jamie, which is the player on Richmond that was giving everybody a lot of trouble. And apparently Michelle, according to you guys, is a lot like this too. Number 33, Ted wins custody over Henry in court. I really wanted this one to happen, but apparently it does not. Henry stays planted in Kansas. Number 34, Henry moves to the UK. Look, we discussed this. By default, this does not happen. Ted does not get custody over Henry, and Henry does not move to the UK. Incorrect. Number 35, AFC Richmond makes it to the finals game. According to AI, this is not true. I guess they play second in the Premier League, which I do not know what that means. However, for the purposes of this video, I do not care what really happens. All I care about is if I'm correct or not. And turns out I am incorrect. Number 36, the opponent in the finals game is Rebecca's ex-husband's team. I guess Rebecca's ex-husband does not own a team because he only owned one and now Rebecca has it. In my plot guess, I guess that Rebecca's ex-husband owned two teams and that she got one and he got to keep the other one and that they all came up in the end and battled each other. This is soccer. Played against each other. And turns out, I guess he just had one team and he lost it in the divorce. So that one is incorrect. Number 37, Leslie is Rebecca's ex-husband. I'm sure this one had a lot of y'all laughing, but I didn't really see any other pictures of anybody who could be Rebecca's ex-husband. Do you ever even meet him in the show? I have no idea who to guess besides Leslie, so I just threw in Leslie in there. According to AI, Leslie is the Director of Communications and Operations at AFC Richmond. So obviously I got this one incorrect. Number 38, AFC Richmond wins the championships. Wrong. Wrong. We discussed this. It is wrong, unfortunately. We have officially gone through all the plot points, and after grading them, it looks like I got 25 out of 38, which, if you round up, puts me at a 66%, which means that yes, this is a passing plot, because D's get degrees. I want to give a huge thank you to those of you who took the time to comment on my video to educate me on my guesses. It really does narrow down the time that I would be spending researching all of this. Don't be afraid to drop your favorite show, movie, or video game in the comments for me to guess. Odds are, I haven't seen or even heard of what you're talking about, so it may end up in the next one. Until next time.